Alright, so this is part 1 of What If Naruto Was Rimuru's Reincarnation, part 1. Now, let me explain a lot of the circumstances of things that I'm going to change. So, first off, Hiruzen gives Naruto an allowance and a home, which that doesn't change from anything, but the thing is, Hiruzen just doesn't care about Naruto in general. Like, he will ignore him if he's getting beat to death. He just wants, all he does is give him a house and some allowance and just to keep him semi alive. Naruto doesn't have any friends. He's completely ignored by the village, which is another thing. But the difference is the village beats him with clubs and basically just tortures him every single night. They bang at his door and be like, "Demon, demon, you should die. Go die. You don't deserve to be in this village." And that happens every night, and Naruto has been losing sleep for the past months. And this is when he is like 5, keep that in mind. So a little 5-year-old having to deal with this every fucking day is just terrible. And so and Naruto's dealing with this, and one night he decides to come out and tells everyone to fuck off. One person grabs him and takes him to an alleyway, and they start beating the fuck out of him. And Hiruzen knew about Naruto's getting beat to basically death, but he just didn't care at all. And so Naruto realized, hey, this wasn't hurting. Like, I'm getting punched, kicked. Keep in mind, the only things that can really hurt him are like knives and jutsu, because he is a slime. And so Naruto hears a voice in his head saying, "Hey kid, I know this is not the best time, but I can help you. And the reason why you're not feeling pain is because I think you're my reincarnation." And so Rimuru basically explains the circumstances while Naruto's getting his ass beat, but he can't feel anything because of the slime. And another thing, real quick, is that Naruto can choose when it's on or off. But right now, as a kid, he can't really control that, so it's just on. Like, his body is basically just slime. Like, he can move it, but it's kind of like Rimuru's situation, if you get what I'm saying. And so another thing that's real quick is, okay, so while they're talking, Rimuru basically explains the whole situation, and Naruto gets a lot of Rimuru's skills, like the Great Sage, and a lot of that. He gets magic skills. He can get skill points that no one else can see or get. He also gets like this is and that's really it. Like, and another thing, Naruto is a half human, half slime. He's not just a full slime. He's half and half. Oh yeah, and the nine-tailed fox and Rimuru have totally different mindscapes. Just to let you guys know, real quick, if you're wondering. And another thing you might also be wondering about is why kicks and punches can't hurt him. Say you get punched and you're a slime, it's legit just gonna go straight through your thing, and you basically don't have any bones or anything, so it's just hitting you. It doesn't hurt, but you're just getting hit. The reason why I say knives can hurt you is because knives can actually go through the slime and you get what I'm saying, right? So, after Naruto was brutally beat and in utter pain, like after he went out of the slime, he felt the pain, like he was in shit. So he decided to go back into the slimes, and his wounds started to heal from the Nine Tails chakra. And really quick, I'm gonna say this real quick. Rimuru can teach Naruto the basics of chakra because he kind of understands it, because it's similar to what he has. So like when it comes to like clones and that type of stuff, he can teach him like the basics. And in this, Kurama still wants to get the fuck out. He's still. But the thing is, Rimuru is able to keep Kurama under control. And another thing, real quick, is every time he is around 5, so he doesn't know what the hell's going on. He didn't even know what the fuck reincarnation meant. So this whole thing is really confusing to him, but Rimuru starts training him and hand-to-hand combat and that type of stuff. Rimuru was also able to teach him the basics of chakra control and like a clone jutsu, and that's legit it. Anything that Naruto knew the hand signs to, Rimuru could teach him, like where he wants to put his chakra and how to get it there. And so we're gonna do a time skip to when Naruto is in the academy, and Naruto is at the top of his class, and of course Sasuke is right under him. Sasuke does not like this, but he's like, how is that demon ahead of me, and how is he stronger than me? This is gonna have to change. But at this time, this is before the clan massacre had happened. This is gonna happen around when they all become a little before they become Genins. And so, one thing you may be wondering is how the hell Rimuru can teach him how to use chakra. Another thing that I will point out is Naruto can use a lot of Rimuru's abilities, not to like half the fucking extent that Rimuru can do them, but he can do them. And so Rimuru can his skills and chakra kind of relate in some way, basically allowing Rimuru to teach him the basics. Nothing further and nothing higher, you know? Another thing is soon, if you don't like OP types of Naruto shit, you might not want to watch this, because he may seem weak right now, but he's going to get fucking OP, and you guys all know this. Alright? And another thing, real quick, is that when they train together, they train in basically everything other than Genjutsu. Naruto will not be able to do Genjutsu at all for the first part of like the series, you know? Alright, and that's all. That's basically me just being done with my blabbering. Let me continue. The what if. So, after acing his test and sparring matches, he beat Sasuke and all the people that he'd win against. And he had passed the Genin test. Next is the teams. I will change up the teams a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. I'm going to put Lee. Alright, Lee, Hinata, and Naruto on a team. You guys may be wondering, why is Lee there? I want someone who basically can sorta relate to Naruto in more ways. Alright, yeah, I definitely do like Sasuke, but like, I'm going to change that up a little bit. That way, it's a little different. Alright, so let me keep going. After the teams were picked, they all head up to the rooftop, and Kakashi asks them what their goal is. Lee says, I want to be a great ninja who doesn't need ninjutsu, genjutsu, and all I will need is taijutsu. And keep in mind, Lee is still going to be strong, but he's not as strong as he is when he's with Guy. He also will have a different color scheme, which will be black and green. So, then Hinata says, I like a certain someone, but I also want to be a strong kunoichi. Naruto says, I want to become a Shadow Hokage. I don't want to be a Hokage because of all the work that there is. I want to be able to protect the village without people having to tell me to do it. I want to be stronger than the Hokage, but I don't want to be a Hokage, if you get what I'm saying. Alright? I want to be stronger than Hashirama Senju and Madara. I want to be one of the strongest in the land. I want to be the strongest ever. And so, Kakashi thinks it's a little bit outlandish of what Naruto said, but he doesn't really care and doesn't mind it. He tells everyone not to eat because they're gonna have a test tomorrow. And so Naruto, not giving a slight fuck, goes to Ichiraku and has his food. Alright? And after having his food, he goes to the bell test, where Kakashi was expecting all of them to be a little annoyed, but as usual, Kakashi's late. And he goes, and when he gets there, he says, I was busy on the journey of life.